Hey guys and gals, in this part of Houseplant Basics, we're going to take a look at the initial watering after you've transplanted a seedling. You can do this on the edge of your sink, in your sink if you have a good filter going to the bottom. You can have one of these lying around, I have several myself. But either way, we're going to water the dickens out of this thing. By watering the dickens, I mean a little bit more than you would on a standard watering as it grows up. We don't care if it compacts the soil. We want to do it gently though, because the soil is still quite fluffy, and if you're using a pre-made soil, it's going to have a lot of perlite. And if you dump the water in, all that perlite is going to float. All that perlite and bark is going to float right to the top. This is wonderful for soil aeration and drainage. And at the bottom you're going to have a bunch of sludge. That can happen in your pot. So be gentle. Be gentle. You're just trying to give it water. It never did anything wrong to you. It's your buddy. Now as the plant grows, we're going to take to watering the edges like I just was. But as this is an initial one, we're going to use the water to fill in any air gaps that might be there. We might even see some bubbling on this. Oop, too much. Now a thing to watch for to make sure that you've got a good soil with good drainage is standing water shouldn't remain on top of the soil for a maximum of 10 seconds. If you've got standing water after 10 seconds, take the plant out, scrap the soil. Well, not scrap. Add some bark, add some perlite, do what you have to do. Look at that. Coming out the bottom nice and good. Now in future waterings, this is where we would stop. But as this is an initial watering, I can get some more muck down in there. As this is an initial watering, we're just going to keep going. Just a wee bit. Make sure everything is soaked. Soaking is not the goal later on, but for this first one it is. One thing to watch for, one caveat. Terracotta, very porous, and its ability to sap moisture out of the soil, which is a good thing, is very underestimated later on. Excuse me, is very underestimated in the beginning. So as this terracotta was not pre-soaked, I'll come back to this tomorrow, and this soil will be significantly drier. Probably the only time I would water a plant twice in a row is if I had just put it in a dry terracotta pot, because it's like I didn't even water it, or at least I didn't give it a thorough watering. But that's about all you need to know about the initial watering. I dare say that this fine gentleman or lady is ready to go on the shelf. Thanks for coming.